Find him. Find him.
Yes. Don't turn back!
Get him away from there. Get him away from there, ref. Ref, get him away.
Zoom it out now. How's the point? Point.
That was a goal for us, right? Get him, Eddie. Eddie, leave. Eddie, leave. Bring it in. Bring it in. Forward, Eddie, forward. Forward, Eddie. Forward. Three high. Yeah, Eddie, keep that, Eddie, keep that. Keep that. Move, move, move.
Good play, good play.
But I'll roll over there just in case.
Black ball, black. Oh yeah, we're cool. Just in time.
We're back. Adams has the ball. Adams looking for a... All right, so they were able to trap hole in the key there for 10 seconds. So just as Adams was about to score, penalty was awarded to Texas. So that's a turnover and no goal for Tampa. It's 14-14. Okay. So with that, Texas is able to capitalize on an early turnover. Was tied coming into the quarter. Now it's 15-14. So Hull's looking for an inbound. Finds it to Bree. Bree, deep pass. Hull and Ray racing for it. Looks like Hull's going to bring it in. Ray's able to get the jump. Hull is not happy about that, but Ray there reaching in, getting his hand on the ball, and not touching any part of Hull's arms. So another turnover there for the Texas Stampede. Let's see if they can make it count. It looks like Ray's under a lot of pressure, looking for a pass. Finds it in Alex. Alex really close to the sideline, takes a hit from Adams. Another hit from Bree. Alex wisely calls the timeout just as Bree was about to hit him out of bounds. So heads-up play from Tampa, just to know where the weakness was on the court. Use it, Alex. High-intensity game right now. Both teams have used one timeout to successfully avoid turning the ball over. 15-14. Our refs are doing an incredible job out there on the court. Every call so far has been spot on. Gumby takes advantage of the timeout just to coach up his squad. So you got Ray, class 3.5, Mike Schockerbauer, class 2, Alex Babone, class 2.0. Mike says, "Hi, Mom," as he rolls by me on the sideline. So Mike Schockerbauer with the inbound to Alex Babone. Liz Dunn's also on the court, taking the left side of the key. Alex is going to push through some traffic. One man to beat, does so. So good job using that timeout to keep possession and turn it into a point. Hold with a quick inbound onto Bree. Bree's going to go under the pile. Following Hull up the court, uses crouch well to get around Ray. Ray's still pushing. It's going to be a penalty goal, but Bree was going to score it anyway. So we're 16-15 right now. Texas with the lead. Alex looking to beat Adams. Gets it in the front court. He's got Ray. So Alex to Ray seems to be the combination right now. Both are really good ball handlers. Hull's going to look to inbound. Doesn't have a lot of options. Has to move the baseline. Looks like it's a give and go. So Hull's kind of pinned in the corner. He's going to have to call a timeout or make a pass. He ends up calling a timeout. 32 seconds on the shot, but didn't really have many options. Pretty stout defense by Texas. This line is struggling offensively against this Dallas defense. Texas defense. All right, so rest of the whistle. Black's back on the court. They're going to have to inbound it from the sideline. Texas is working hard just to prevent anybody from getting over there. We don't know who the inbounder is. Hull indicates it's him, number 13 for Tampa. So subs for Texas is you've got Boonchi on the court. Bree's left wide open. So deep inbound to Bree. Bree with the easy catch and score. Gabriel Garcia is going to call inbound for the Stampede. So basically subbed out Boonchi for Alex Pabon. Pabon being a 2-5. Boonchi's a 3-5. And then brought on Gabe for Schockerbauer. So Boonch with a good catch and push, showing his speed out on the court. Gets his first goal of the game. Hull in the inbound. Boonch is manning up on Adams. Bree's free. Looks like Bree's going to follow or pick, pass the ball, hold down the court. Hull's got speed, not enough. Boonchi just edges him in. So good hustle, but not quite enough. Hull with the goal there. It is 18-17, Texas with possession and the lead. Bump there by Gabriel Garcia. Fantastic job. Boonchi, Montrez, Henderson's going to be able to chase that down. So all that practice has been paying off, Gabe Garcia. Ball goes into Adams. Adams had Bree, but then he didn't. He gets it over front court. He's got one man to beat Ray. He's going to pull it back, go around, find the seal. And Bree does a good job there of setting the pick on Ray Henniger, so Adams gets the goal. Gabe Garcia inbounds to Boonchi. Boonchi puts it up for Henniger. Bree's chasing, but Henniger gets the goal. 2018, 2-point advantage. Ball goes into Bree. Bree is left unmanned. Boonchi catches up. She dishes it off to Adams. Adams is going to have the ball. It's going to use Hull as a pick and take the far side of the key. So Gabe Garcia with the inbound. He's got Boonchi low. Boonchi gets it. Looking to follow Gabe out of that, which he does. Hull's trying to lay a hit, but can't. And looks like that's going to be So that's going to be a legal use of hands, number 13, James Adams for Tampa. Oh, sorry, it's number 13. My apologies. Gumby's calling for subs. Texas is going to bring on Alex Pabon and Brian Kirkland. Out come Liz Dunn and Boonchi Anderson. So Texas playing with a one-man advantage now. And a fresh 40. Gabe Garcia inbounds to Ray. Ray's going to get it in the front court. Bree's looking for the hit. Ray's going to take some ticks. Alex is going to get in front of the penalty box. Watch the hit, says the team. Hull's calling inbound as Alex had it pinned in the penalty box. So 13's going to inbound. His primary options are going to be Adams or Bree. Ball goes into Bree low. Bree's got a lot of pressure. Great pass to Adams. And Adams was going to catch it. Ray with a spin there. So Ray did hit Adams behind the axle while Adams was going up to catch the ball. And because Adams was a little top heavy, we've got a man down, and that's either going to be a penalty goal or Ray's coming to the box. Waiting on the call from the ref. So looks like that's a penalty goal. 21-20. Texas with the ball. Kirkland inbounds to Ray.
Hold on, we ain't ready.
All right, quick reset, 21-20. Brian Kirkland with an accurate inbound to Ray. Ray's going to give it back to Kirkland. McDaniels looking for the hit, delivers it. McDaniels just takes it right out of Brian Kirkland's hand. So great heads-up play by number 8 McDaniels, and turned over for Tampa, capitalized, turned into goal as McDaniels dishes it off to James Adams. So it's all tied up, 21-21. Texas with the ball. Kirkland inbounds it low to Alex Pabone. Pabone's pushing down the court. He bobs and weaves. He ducks 2 players. Bit of a foot race now, but once Alex gets going, he's kind of hard to stop. Justin Stark inbounds to James Adams low. Adams looking to find a little space. Does so. Splits the pick. He's free down the court. Pass goes to McDaniels. This seems to be the strongest line for Tampa. Is with McDaniels and Adams and Justin Stark and Joel Rodriguez are 2 low pointers. So it's a high-low. It's pretty effective. Ball goes into Pabone. Pabone puts it up. It's batted away. Pabone's able to re-secure it on the sideline, and then it becomes a bit of a reach fest between Adams and Pabone. Looks like the call is going to go against James Adams on the sideline. So Texas is going to make a quick sub here, bringing in Bucci for Ray Henniger. And Texas is going to have the ball on the sideline with a 4-3 advantage. You're in a 3-0-2. So Gabe Garcia inbounds to Bucci. Bucci just going to hold the ball. He's got 34 on the shot. Gabe Garcia is going to set up defensively to try to keep James Adams from coming onto the court. Point scored. So a lot of back and forth going on here as James Adams, pinned in by Gabe Garcia, comes onto the court and immediately calls an equipment. So he's on the court. He needs to stay where he is. And it looks like Alex is getting a little vocal with this whole situation. Pretty strategic, you know, when you're in a high-low and there's only 2 players you really want to handle the ball, and one is pinned in. Alex is getting really chirpy here. So after all that, it looks like Adams is taking the double with Gabe Garcia and Pabone high. Stark's going to inbound it low to McDaniels, who's going to push around, use Stark to beat Bucci and Kirkland. So after all that, they're in the front court. You can definitely feel the tension and animosity on the court right now. So Adams is going to take it in for a goal. Tied up now, 23-23, Texas with the ball. Brian Kirkland inbounds to Bucci. Henderson back to Brian Kirkland. Kirkland looking for a pick in Alex. He's got options, goes to Bucci. Bucci gets the pick from Alex on James Adams. So goal there for Montrezl Henderson. So it looks like Texas is just running a straight double-double. You got Alex and Brian Kirkland on McDaniels, and then Gabe and Bucci trying to lock down James Adams. The double's working right now. Adams is forced to pass. It goes deep. It's left to Joel or Justin. Joel's able to bring it down, looking for a bailout from Adams, which he gets. So good play there just to get it in the front court.
20!
Now they've got 20 seconds to score a goal. Adams catches the ball from McDaniels, so they're able to turn that defensive threat into a point with a great lob to the low pointer. So ball goes in, intended for Alex. McDaniels gets a hands on it, bumps it out of bounds, so Texas will maintain position, but Tampa's going to take advantage of this opportunity to bring on subs. So off goes the high-low, in comes in a more balanced line with, well, I shouldn't say that. It's McDaniels, Bree, and Daniel. It's Gulia, and the old man himself. Ball goes into Bucci. Bucci under a lot of pressure, dishes it off. He's a fallen player. Alex is just he's gonna turn up court, and equipment's gonna be called. So they're able to get the fourth man back. Alex looked like he had him beat, but so as the staff brings out, Gumby's trying to sub, but he can't do it on a fallen player. He should know better than that. I stand corrected. Looks like Gumbert trumped TJ there on that. Sub comes on. Ray's on, Bucci's off. So Gabe Garcia inbounds to Ray Henniger. Tampa's set up in the key defense. Ray, he's got a couple picks. Daniel's got a little gap there on the side that Ray's able to squeeze through. So 25-24 now, point for point. There's been about 4 turnovers so far in the game, and 2 for each team. Bree gets the ball low, looking for the deep pass, which comes as McDaniels puts Alex on his back. He's got loads of space just to push under that ball. Brian Kirkland inbounds to number 35, Ray Henniger. Henniger's looking for options, finds it with Brian Kirkland. A lot of pressure from McDaniels. He's hit right there at the mid-court line. Goes off a Tampa player, but Ray's there to kind of scoop it up and save the day. So sketchy play there. Fortunately, Ray was available to make the play. So pretty strong defense going on right now. Bree goes back to Daniel. Ray's forced to come off that, and Daniel finds McDaniels. McDaniels is looking to push, and he does. Gets the ball in the front court with about 2 seconds left, dishes it off to Bree. Bree with the goal. Tie game here, 26-26, 51 seconds left in the first half. So Texas is probably looking to score quick. Oh, ball comes in. Alex was looking to score a little too quick and didn't actually have possession of the ball there. So just a rare mental error from Alex Pabon results in a turnover here for Tampa. Let's see if they can capitalize. 47 seconds left. Are they going to try to score quick or milk the clock? Looks like they're going to milk the clock. So they'll pull it back. Texas Stampede falls into their key defense. And we're going to wait for the clock to tick a little bit. They may or may not use a timeout here just to ensure they get last goal. Looks like they're going to run it with about 20 seconds left on the shot clock. So McDaniels, Ray, nothing there. Kirkland's there. Ray's backing back up to the cone. Nothing there. He finds an outlet in Daniel Zagulia. So Tampa gets the ball with 22 seconds left. Brian Kirkland inbounds to Alex. Alex takes a hit from McDaniels, but is able to maintain possession. 17 seconds left. Alex pushing down the court, looking to milk clock here, not leave too much time on it. Bree's going to try to knock him in. Alex is just holding. So 7 seconds left. Texas is going to drop. McDaniels is going to look for an inbound deep. He's got options in. The ball comes in. It's a give and go. McDaniels has it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Looks for the pass to Daniel. Nothing there. That's going to end the first half, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a tied game going into the second half. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and we'll be back shortly with more action. Stay tuned.
Cool.
I don't need to know to do my job, so.
Can't all be Hey, keep your chips off the court.
Okay, I have to go.
So we're back. Second half just started. Inbound goes to Ray. Alex has the ball and a little space on the side of the key. So 27-27 to start the half, 28-27 now, Texas with the lead. Justin Starks looking to inbound to McDaniels.
Oh, cool.
McDaniels is free with pace down the court. Ball goes into Ray Henniger. Henniger in the front court. He's going to try to keep the ball here. He's got Alex, who keeps McDaniels out of the way. Stark inbounds, it's loose. It goes to McDaniels, but Bones. Texas is going to try to drop into the key here. Ball goes to Adams. Ray's got him. Just enough space to get through. Tampa with the goal. Kirkland looking for an option. McDaniels turns on the burners. He gets a hand to it, but it's off him, so Texas will keep the ball with Gabe Garcia inbounding in the corner. He finds Brian Kirkland. Kirkland to Pabon, who takes the hit while he catches the ball. Great concentration. Pabon's just going to follow his picks. Ray's trying to steal something. So under a lot of pressure now, able to push out of it, and looks like he's got time and space. Goes for the pass to Ray, who's left alone on the other side of the key. So this seems to be Tampa's best line. It's the high-low with Adams and McDaniels. Very physical, very aggressive matchup right now on the court. So great defense there by the Stampede as they were able to force Tampa to call a timeout as they were quickly approaching 12 seconds in the backcourt. So heads-up call by Tampa to maintain possession. And it looks like Tampa's down to just one floor timeout at this point. Texas still has 3. It's like Texas versus Florida. So Texas is going to try to drop into the key. Ball goes in. Stark to McDaniels. Texas is in the key. Alex is out. Alex comes out to pressure McDaniels. So McDaniels to Adams. Adams able to just secure possession as he passes through the goal line. Ball comes in, Brian Kirkland to Pabone. Pabone is kind of stuck in a pile, able to work his way out and into the front court now. Brian Kirkland sets a pick, gives him space. So Texas 31, Tampa 30. Justin Stark looking to inbound to McDaniels. Ooh, and he does just. Ray was able to get a hand on it, but Anthony McDaniels brings it down. McDaniels under pressure, finds the outlet, and Adams. So, interesting call here.
Nice play, James. Nice play.
It's Gray inbound. So, clarification here. It's just a turnover as Tampa had possession. The call was against 6, James Adams. As he was getting hit, his hand touched the chair of Ray Henniger. So turnover for Texas. Gabe Garcia inbounds to Ray. Ray's got Pabone. Pabone McDaniels, it's a race. Alex is gonna pull back. Chair skills. Got a fallen player. Fallen player.
No reset.
Henniger goes over in a battle against McDaniels, and Pabone with the ball turns up court. Whistle's blown. Staff comes out, gets Ray back up. So 28 seconds on the shot clock. Gabe inbounding from the corner. Tampa's in the key. Ray has an option in Brian Kirkland, which he finds. Good catch by Brian Kirkland under pressure to bring it in and score the goal. So with that turnover, Texas 32, Tampa 30. Justin's looking for an option. Texas isn't giving him much, but Adams works his way out and gets himself open. Ball goes into Adams. Adams and McDaniels are both kind of stuck. McDaniels works his way out. Ball comes to Joel Rodriguez, who makes the catch and scores the goal. So Texas able to apply pressure in the backcourt and force a pass to Joel Rodriguez. Ball goes into Ray. He's got 2 low pointers. Gives it back to Kirkland. Kirkland puts it up for Alex. Alex with time and space. 33-31. Looks like McDaniel's a little shaken up. Calls for an equipment. I think he might have taken a little hit there from Kirkland. Doesn't look like he's feeling well right now. This could be rough for Tampa. I'm kind of probing the posts on his backrest. Just to make sure they're still padded. So game on, Stark to McDaniels. Great pick by Stark. Ray's there. McDaniels has to work his way around the pile again, but he's in the front court, had about 2 seconds left. Looking to pass it to Adams, and Stark will set the pick, and Adams will score the goal. Off to the races. Looks like Alex is going to win that one as McDaniels opts out at around half court. So Stark's going to look to inbound. McDaniels probably, Adams is open high. Ray's going to catch up, use the chair to stop him. Looks like BK was looking to lay the hit. So Adams with the ball. He's got McDaniels. Looks like Texas is going to drop into the key. So interesting play there is Gabe really set the pick on McDaniels, but Kirkland thought it was a goal, left the court. So penalty goal because Kirkland left the court. Great pick by Gabe though, my goodness. He'd have had that all day. Kirkland with a rare full court push. Untouched. Ball goes in. McDaniels under pressure. Probably going to look to pass here. He's looking for it. And clock's ticking. Puts it up. Barely gets it over. Goes to Stark. Stark unloads, taking a big hit from Ray. But Adams is there. So heads up by Justin Stark there to bail out this Tampa offense. Ball goes in. Alex Pabon. Tons of time and space. 36-34 here in the third. 3 minutes, 28 seconds left in the quarter. So double on Adams high. McDaniels is low, waiting for the play to develop, waiting for his picks. But he's got Alex and Ray both applying pressure and able to get in the front court. So Texas is probably going to transition more into dropping the key. Ball goes to Joel Rodriguez. And he's hit as he crosses the line, but that's a goal. Kirkland inbounds to Ray Henniger. Ray Henniger has 2 men to beat. He's going to use Gabe as a pick. Gets it into the front court. And with a bit of time and space, he's looking for the pass. He gets it after a little time. Alex Pabon there with the goal. Looks like Tampa's going to bring on some subs shortly as they get a little advice from Dave Cerruti. Justin looks at inbound. Oh! So Ray gets a hand on it, and it ends up bouncing off the front of McDaniel's chair. So that's going to be a turnover for Texas. Which is critical in a one-point game. So let's see if Texas is able to capitalize. As I might have mentioned before, in their 2 games yesterday, seemed like every time they got a turnover, they just coughed it right back up. And my name is Daniel. I am an athlete with the Texas Stampede, so I can be brutally honest. New lines for both teams. Dre Lampkin and Mason Simons are on. Dre inbounds it. So let's see what this line can do against Tampa's new key defense with McDaniels and Bree, as well as Eddie and Daniel Patagulia on the court. So Mason drops in, turns his chair, catches the ball backwards, rolls in for a score. Quick inbound from Daniel to Bree. Bree's going to wait for the play to develop and follow her pick. So we've got a fallen player. The ball's tipped. So Texas with the turnover, as the pass was intended for Daniel Patagulia, but he was unable to bring it in, and Lampkin was able to catch it off a couple bounces. And then the whistle was immediately blown as there was a fallen player on the court for the safe well-being of our athletes. So a few quick adjustments as low pointers can move around quite a bit when they take a fall. Eddie looks like he's ready. So Lampkin with the inbound. It's going to be key offense again against the Tampa Key D. And Alex is going to be handling the ball. 28 seconds on the shot. Here we go. So Mason's looking to steal. He gets the ball. It's not an over and back because the ball was last touched by Bree. So yeah, the ball was last touched by number 2, Bree, and she swiped it out of Alex's lap. So he was able to retrieve the ball in the backcourt, bring it back. Seems to be some varying opinions here on the sidelines as to that call, but the refs did take a moment to confer. Under a lot of pressure, Daniel Pataguglia is able to just hand it off to McDaniels to Bree. Bree with really incredible chair skills, a lot of speed and passion. So she's going to shake off both Andre Lampkin and Mason Simons. So it looks like Alex is calling inbound in this situation just to get himself out of a little pressure. He's got a couple good options in Mason Simons. Mason's got a double. Alex goes up and over. Eddie with the big hit there on Alex Pabon, who's out of the chair. The whistle. He's still in the chair. The whistle was blown there as Gumbert's calling for subs, and they'll be on. So on come the same line we had before against this high-low. So it's going to be Brian Kirkland, Alex Pabon, Ray Henniger, and Gabe Garcia. McDaniels and Bree, the primary ball handlers in this lineup. Daniel Pataguglia has got incredible skills for Class 2.0 and has been attending development camps as of late. So, lobby pass. Daniel's chasing. Looks like Texas was trying to bleed the clock there, but Ray was pushed over, so penalty goal. And Tampa's going to look to maybe try to milk this clock down. About 30 seconds left. Big hit there by Ray, my goodness. The wheel comes off the chair. That was legal. That was on the sideline, and that was pretty vicious. So that's 2 games now where Bree's taking a couple big hits. Gabe Garcia's coming over. It's going to be a turnover as the call's a hold on Bree. Ray Henniger there delivering the hit. So 27 seconds left in the third. Texas ball, they're going to look to inbound it and likely take the clock to as close to 0 as possible before trying to score a goal. So Bree is up, the wheel is on. She looks okay, but that was a pretty vicious hit. So here we go, Gabe Garcia with the inbound. Daniel's trying to get chair position on Ray. Ball goes up, Ray's got the reach. Oh, it's tipped by Crouch. So a lot of pressure here. Texas with the ball in the front court and looking to bleed some clock here. Strong double going on Ray Henniger. He's going to work to get out of it, which he does. 12 seconds on the clock. Alex is in a position to score, but he's trying to wait as long as possible. And with 1 second left, a goal's allowed. So 1 second on the game clock. And McDaniels is likely looking for a Hail Mary. His bench is calling for safe. And he's got to throw it. It goes up, bounces off Ray's chair, and that's going to be the quarter, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a quick 2-minute break. It is 41-36 with the Stampede in the lead. Tampa's going to get the ball coming out. Stay tuned. Man, did you see that? You had one in the earlier game before you were here.
Was it worse than that one, or?
I mean, she was spun. The wheel stayed on her chair, but she landed on her head. Like, you know, she fell and kind of rocked her head. It often looks worse than it actually is, but for some reason I always, like on our team, we have Liz, you know, she's only a .5, and she's on Team USA, and so at that level, you know, they use her because she's there, she's a chair, she's learning how to play the game, and she's a 0 on the court. So that just allows the coach to bring more function on. But at the same time, they're playing against, you know, the best players of other countries. And when you're playing at that level. So Tampa's ball coming out here in the fourth quarter. They're able to capitalize. Deep pass from Ray Henniger. Alex takes the hit. Looks like that could be a number of calls. So applying pressure there at the baseline was McDaniels. So it looks like maybe the call was timeout by Alex as he was pirouetting into the goal line. Yes, that was not. So no goal there as Alex calls the timeout with pressure from McDaniels. Michael Schockbauer is going to be inbounding. He's got Ray stuck in the corner. The ball gets swiped, bounces around. Ray re-secures it. Alex has time and space and will beat James Adams to the corner. So ball goes into McDaniels as Schock and Joel battle it out in the corner. So Tampa's likely going to score here. Bounce pass from McDaniels to Adams. And Schock has taken out their low corner and is keeping them high. And James Gumbert's going to call a coach's timeout because I don't think he liked what he saw there on the court. And everybody's bringing it in. So Schockbauer was just looking to take Joel out of that play and keep him pinned after a rough battle. But I think in this line, Schock's role is to inbound. So with that time, Tampa was able to kind of set up the defense they wanted. And before the inbound, it looks like James Gumbert didn't like what he saw, so he used one of his 2 bench timeouts just to get a fresh look and everybody on the same page. About 1 minute now into the third quarter. Texas Stampede versus Tampa, Wounded Warriors Ability Ranch. Very competitive teams and matchups this weekend. This is game 3 of 6 today. So tune in. We'll be here all night if it's anything like yesterday. All right, so Texas now with the inbound. Schock's going to move the baseline. Ray's looking for the meter, doesn't get it. does get the ball and dishes it off to Alex. Alex in a race. Shock's looking to set a pick, but Tampa's able to kind of drop back, and now they've got, nope.
Okay.
Alex is able to get around the corner and in for the goal.
We don't know. I don't know.
So ball in, Justin Stark to Anthony McDaniels. McDaniels is going to push down the sideline in pursuit by Alex. The ball goes to Stark. Stark's going to just try to keep it safe as a lot of pressure is coming from the Texas offense. He's unable to unload it to James Adams. Adams gets it back to McDaniels, and McDaniels has a great big hole on that side of the key due to a solid pick by Justin Stark. Good patience there from Justin, as 3 of Texas's best players on the court were swarming. Mike's able to push out and get the ball down the court. He dishes it off in a dangerous pass, but surprisingly, Alex Babone is able to outreach Anthony McDaniels, and McDaniels goes down on the play. So looks like Texas is going to take this opportunity to just drop back into the key. Definitely heads up play by Alex, and Shock doesn't mind me being honest. That was a bit of a sketchy pass, but made it work. So ball's on, lots of time and space. Texas just looking to defend that last 4 or 5 feet as Tampa brings the ball all the way down the court. McDaniel's waiting for the play to develop. He's got a little space, finds it with Joel Rodriguez, who's left alone on the far side of the key. So Shock's going to inbound it to Ray. Ray's got 3. Passes it to Alex. Alex back to Ray. It's an easy goal for Ray as McDaniels decides not to pursue. 45-40, Texas up by 5. Tampa with the ball. Joel's calling for it as he's left alone, but the Bones in the end, Joel Rodriguez gets another goal, as much of the attention drawn by the Texas defense is focused on their 2 high pointers, McDaniels and James Adams. So ball goes in to Alex, and Alex, after some physical pushing, gets through James Adams. James Adams left wide open. Ray in pursuit, but too much space. Heads up play there and inbound. Rare high point inbound there by Anthony McDaniels. So Shock gets the ball into Ray. Ray's got the double and looks to unload it to Alex. Alex is just going to push through the nonsense, as we've all done for the past 18 to 20 months. Alex with the goal, penalty goal. So good to be back in the tournament, back out on the court. See all these faces we haven't seen in a couple years. And what better place than Las Vegas? So Joel Rodriguez becoming a critical part of this offense. He gets stopped by Alex. He's going to get swarmed. Joel unloads it to Justin Stark, and the ball's able to be re-secured by McDaniels. So it was low pointer passing to low pointer, and Justin's usually got really great hands. Didn't bring this one in, but McDaniels picked it up. They were able to get the goal. So high pass from Shock to Ray. Ray's left. Shock is left free. Oh, Shock with the pass that's not going to be doable. So critical turnover there from Texas to Tampa. It's currently a 4-point game, so if Tampa can capitalize, there's still plenty of time left here in the fourth to get back in it. It didn't look like Shock and Alex were on the same page there with that play. So new line for Texas.
Numbers.
Mason Bunchy, Gabe Garcia, and Brian Kirkland on the court. The ball's tipped. It's a little loose. Re-secured by Adams. And Bunchy's looking to knock Justin over the line. McDaniels has space and room, so a lot of physical contact going on here on the court. And Texas gets the ball in. Mason goes to Bunch. Bunch is looking for his picks down the sideline. He's got them. And in for the goal. So Bunchy, Montrez, Henderson on the scorecard here in the second half. So ball in, couple bounces. McDaniel secures the pass from Justin Stark. And he's got a bit of room and space. Kirkland holds him up, but he's able to get it over front court to James Adams. And the ball's loose, but Tampa gets it back. Texas drops into the key. And McDaniels and Adams have been on the same page with this key defense all day. That looked too easy. So Kirkland inbounds to Mason. He's picked up on the baseline. Bunchy's got to beat McDaniels. It's a bit of a race, and he's going to try. Looks like he's going to. Over half court, takes a hit from Adams as Bunchy unloads to Mason. So 55 Mason Simons with the score. Looks like Texas is running a double, 2 on McDaniels, but Adams seems to have just been left alone. As a result, that double had to release and McDaniels was free. Texas still taking a little bit of time to figure out this line. 49-46, Texas with the ball and the lead. And Brian Kirkland with the deep inbound to Bunchy. Brian's wide open. Pass is to him. And looks like James Gumbert's telling Brian to score and then get back into the key. So Kirkland's going to do just that. Mason comes out to try to lay the hit on James Adams, but Adams turns just in time. Oh, same play they tried last time. Ball gets tipped. McDaniels is able to get it back. Tries to push through a gap, which quickly closes. Ball's tipped again. This time it is a Texas turnover. So Bunchy's pinned down low. He's got time. He's going to go ahead and use the timeout because they've got 3 to burn. And there's only 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. So heads up play. You don't want to leave those timeouts on the court if you don't have to. And a lot of pressure there with Tampa. All the Texas players were down low on the baseline. So heads up play. Both teams are going to take advantage of the timeout just to chat it up. Texas with the ball and a 50-46 lead. So each team still has, Tampa's got 1 timeout remaining. Texas Stampede has 2. Looks like Gabe Garcia is calling for the inbound. He's going to be deep in the corner. And Tampa's coming out with a defensive posture. Come on, guys. So Gabe calls inbound, and Justin Stark is just kind of rolling away, but seems to be in Gabe's way, and Texas is a little upset that no delay of game was called there. Oh my goodness. So Brian Kirkland with a botched pass that should have easily been a turnover. And Bucci bails him out with incredible chair skills, and then quickly unloads to Mason, who scores the goal with pace and ends up almost on the other court. So Starkly an inbound. He's got a couple options. Adams deep. Texas is kind of half in the key and half pressing, so this should be an easy goal. Bucci's applying pressure, but leaves the court. So no goal there. This is going to be a penalty.
No goal yet.
Minute 41. Minute 41. So foul there on Bucci Henderson for leaving the court before the goal could be scored. He's going to be in the box. Ball goes in quickly to Adams. Adams scores the goal. Bunci's back on the court. 51-47, 1 minute, 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mason gets the inbound, gets it back to Brian Kirkland. Kirkland under pressure, looking to pass it to Mason, which he does. Kind of a loose pass. Mason's able to bring it down and has Bucci, who's on top of McDaniel, so lots of space for him to just push under that pass. Minute 21 here. Thanks for tuning in. It was a barn burner in that first half. It was point for point, ended tied up. Definitely a lot of big hits, a lot of chirping, a lot of physicality, a lot of loud voices, both on the bench and the court. So Tampa's able to turn that possession into a point. Mason with a deep pass to Bucci. Mason as a 2-5 does have a pretty accurate long-range pass. Comparable maybe to that of a Josh Wheeler, but not quite. So ball in, minute 4, clock starting. Texas is running the key defense. McDaniels has the ball. A lot of pressure in the corner. He's going to look to pass. Bunci's just looking to push him out. So Bunci, with all that pressure, McDaniels felt like he was going to go out of bounds, so he went ahead and used that last timeout. With 50 seconds left and 28 on the shot clock. So they make this cool thing. Oh, sorry. I didn't think I had it on, but I did. So whenever I double tap, so when I was over here and I almost ran into the table, that's where I was. Yeah, so you double tap and then the little motor engages. And it's happened a lot of times. I don't wear this all, like I only use it on the travel. So like elevators. Got an MBA at the class orientation where like another students and we're all at tables and clap and the whole table starts moving. So here with 38 seconds, McDaniels finds Adams. Tampa's gonna get a goal, but it's a little too late. 49-53. Mason with a deep inbound. It's a push. It's a race. Bucci uses his chair, seals position. Great effort by both athletes there as they were pushing as hard as they could there for that potential jump ball. So Texas drops into the key, 32 seconds left. Bucci applying pressure. He's looking to pass to Adams. Oh, Mason almost gets a hand on it, but great pass by McDaniels to Adams. So ball goes in to Bucci. Texas is going to look to get the last goal here with 10 seconds left. 7 seconds left. It goes to Gabe. Gabe might just hold it here. The ball's loose. 1 second left. That's game, ladies and gentlemen. Not the way Gumby would have liked to have finished it. It's a good opportunity there just to work on your last goal, but good game. Final score, 54 Texas, 50 for Tampa. Thank you, refs. Thank you, table. Thank you, viewers. Tune in 10 minutes. We've got the Denver Harlequins taking on the Phoenix Heat. I'm in Vegas. If I were a betting man, the way they've been playing this week, my money's on Denver. Stay tuned. Back in about 10 minutes.